Another player that I'd love to be able to keep is David Njoku, because CBS Sports, they put out one free agent each team needs to retain this offseason, and they had David Njoku on here saying that Rashard Higgins, Jadeveon Clowney warrant new deals, but obviously at different prices. But with the Browns needing new wideouts and Clowney while replacing Clowney with a cheaper alternative, Njoku still has upside as a pass catcher. I think David Njoku is coming for a breakout season next year. Obviously, was he one of the younger players in his draft? But the other side of this too is, when it comes to the franchise tag, I could see them utilizing that on him, because tight end is the second lowest in the league, only above a punter and a kicker. And I don't think that we're going to be tagging Chase McLaughlin. I'm sorry to spoil everybody, but I don't think that's coming for you. But David Njoku at $10.8 million, that's a little less than what you're paying Austin Hooper to begin with. So I think that could be something where you bring him back at least and make sure that he's in Berea, and then you can work out an extension with him at that point to make sure that he's sticking around for the long term.
Yeah, I think David Njoku has had a remarkable turnaround. I mean, I think I do have to remember that he was one of the you mentioned it, one of the youngest players in his draft, and had to do a little maturing, had to do a little growing. Wasn't a blocker, couldn't catch the football, just was an athletic specimen. And you had to kind of work with him. He had to develop, and he's done that. And I think he had some off the field immaturity things with his agents and wanting to be out of Cleveland and not wanting to be out of Cleveland, this and that and the other thing. But now I think you're looking at him. I truly believe him when he says he wants to be in Cleveland. And I think the Browns should want him in Cleveland. That article is great. He has a tremendous upside as a pass catcher, especially if he continues to work at it. I think as a run blocker, he's been a lot better as well. So if you told me 2 years ago, I would have said the Browns, I want to keep David Njoku, I would have said you're crazy. But because of the growth he's made, because of the leaps he's taken, because of the maturity he's gained, I am certainly on board with David Njoku being a Cleveland Brown for quite a while going forward. And looking forward to seeing who he can be, because I think he can be a really special player.